I've had some good finds at the flea markets the past couple weeks. Here I have a whole bunch of modern figures, which I happen to like, so I was really glad to get these. A lot of them I didn't have, or a lot were variations that I didn't have. We have a Cad Bane that came with the Protocol droid and this little astromech, I believe that was a 3-pack. Another Darth Vader. A young Anakin, and he comes with a little training ball and his helmet and lightsaber. Oh, and with Cad Bane. Love this little guy. His little droid there. Really happy to find this because I didn't get this. The Cad Bane that I had originally didn't come with the droid. And he didn't have the kind of fabric soft goods cape. He had the hard plastic one, so I actually like this one better. So pretty happy with him. The Death Star gunner missing all of his pieces. Some battle droids. Mon Mothma. Got a Tarkin. BB-8, I think he probably came from one of the Disney sets, given this little plug on his bottom side there, but it's BB-8, so I had to pick him up. A Battle of Yavin R2. He, I believe, came in a 2-pack with the Pilot Luke. I didn't see Pilot Luke that this guy had, but I'm happy to pick up the R2 because this is a unique version of him. The battle damaged. The steroid version of C-3PO and R2. Another little astromech. Legendary Yoda's cane. Didn't have the rest of Legendary Yoda, but picked up his cane because, you know, who knows, may need it in the future. Headless Battle Droid, Obi-Wan, and a slew of extra pieces and parts, and I love pieces and parts, so happy to have these because when I find figures in the future, I can complete them with all these. And lastly, I found, went ahead and picked these up. These are just the game pieces for the Trivial Pursuit Star Wars version. Kind of neat display pieces. Probably, yeah, if you pull them off the base, probably break it, but they look pretty good on their base. So that's what I got from the flea market a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I wasn't going to go to the flea market this last weekend because it's one of the bigger ones that's happens every 2 months, and usually it's not very big and it costs to get in, and I never usually find anything. But much to my surprise, I found this and am really happy. I mean, the box is really beat up and crappy, but inside of it I got all these pieces and parts. Lid for the box. So not only do we have the actual micro set, or at least most of it, I'm missing some parts. Let me clear this off. I'm missing some pieces of it. This looks pretty complete. The big thing I'm missing is the antenna for Luke, and this looks slightly discolored, but I do have both the walkway pieces, and it came with most of the figures. So I put Han in his carbonite. Oh, put him in his elevator, but then you won't see it. And there's some paint loss on these, and so I'm not being real gentle with them. Well, 2 reasons. 1, because they're still toys, and 2, because they're not mint. They're little paint chips everywhere. He doesn't have a Bane to hold on to. But I think I'm only missing 3 of the figures that came with this set. So I'm missing, let's see, 1 Stormtrooper, the Boba Fett, and a Lobot. But pretty good. I always like these die-cast sets. They're neat for display, and they just kind of look cool. But in the box, I also got all these pieces and parts. So I got a Star Destroyer die-cast. It has a fair bit of paint rub on it. I would say this is probably C6 condition, you know, discolored plastic bit. But the really cool and surprising thing is it still had the blockade runner. So blockade runner are always hard to find, so I was really happy to find the blockade runner in the Star Destroyer. Also, whoever owned this must have put together a Falcon at one point, because they had all these extra pieces and an extra motor and screws for the Millennium Falcon. But still we have the smuggler patch, the ramp, missing the third tab, but still cool. Gunner's chair, and two of the supports with only one dish. Have the gun, which one tab is broken, but one tab still is there, so that's pretty good. And one of the support struts. Also a broken piece, but you know, I really like finding these parts, so I'm really happy with that. Not Star Wars had a bunch of these parts, which are G.I. Joe something. So I don't collect G.I. Joe, but you know, I'll find someone who wants these parts. Also, the ceiling tiles, or the roof tiles, for the Hoth Attacks Ice Planet playset, and the controllers for that. So these often get lost. Usually if you find one of the playsets, it's missing these ceiling panels, so you know, it's funny what you find in the random boxes. I mean, we have a box for Best in World, the die-cast, and we have all these other parts, so not the playsets without the parts, we just have all the parts. Pretty awesome. And a Seen Much Better Days land speeder. Yeah. Missing the chair, missing the, I guess you want to call it, well, if it's Star Trek it'd be a nacelle, but missing that piece. The gear shifter's broken off. No stickers, but you know, pretty cool. Happy to find all this stuff at the flea market on a day where I didn't figure I was going to find anything. Okay, the last find for the week wasn't even my find. Forever I've been asking all my friends, you know, if you go to a yard sale, you go to a flea market and you find Star Wars, please let me know. First time ever, my friend called me and she's like, there's Star Wars at this garage sale. So she was in a different town. She sent me pictures and I had her pick out some figures. Very cool that these were actually at a yard sale, and still later in the day. She called me at like 4. So, you know, go out there and look at yard sales, because not everything good gets taken at the first bit. If they don't advertise properly, stuff is there all day. So I got this Luke Skywalker cape. This, which I actually didn't see in the picture, it was behind the cape. It's a Stormtrooper cape, but it is a reproduction. You can tell that because it's just, if you feel it, it's so much harder than the genuine cape. The genuine cape is a lot more flexible. This is pretty stiff. I mean, you don't even have to worry about scraping your fingernail to see if there's a zip sound, because it's just so much thicker than the real cape. But we'll find something to do with it. Ewoks. I love Ewoks. So we got a Warwick, Logray, Lumot, and a Teebo. None of them are complete, but still really cool. Always happy to have Ewoks. And with the Ewoks, got more Yodas. Also not complete, but you know, one of them has, most of them, he's got his snake and he's got his belt. The other one's got a snake. Little paint wear on the hands, little dirt on the robe. But you know what? For flea market price figures, or garage sale, sorry, garage sale priced figures. These are great. Got the Luke indoor. So yes, at this garage sale at 4 p.m. in a big city, we have 3 of the last 17 found. Nothing complete, but still really cool. And almost forgot one. Got the Jawa. Always pick up Jawas. So in addition to those, she also showed me a picture of some bags of weapons. I didn't know what to expect from these. I could tell that one was vintageous and one was modern. So let's start out with the vintage. Here we have an Ewok bow. It's gray, which automatically means it's a reproduction. But that's okay. I don't know who paid $2.99 for it. I did not. But reproduction, I don't care. In the bag of vintage weapons, another bow, and it is also a reproduction. This is a reproduction of Warwick's bow, and it is just way too dark. Too dark and too stiff, so reproduction. But you know what? The majority, that's a reproduction. This has an angled handle there. And you probably can't hear it good on video, but this is definitely a reproduction. Another reproduction of the Pilot's Blaster, missing the indent. Reproduction, too shiny. But you know what? All these are real. So what I got? 3 Hoth rifles, 3 IG-88 rifles, 3 Imperial blasters, 2 Rebel blasters, 2 Rebel rifles, and Bib Fortuna's staff. So that's pretty good for a little bag of weapons. And these looked all to be modern, but like I said, I still like and collect the modern stuff, so I'm always happy to get extra weapons. I have one of the backpacks for the stormtroopers. Another backpack. And I forget what horrible build-a-weapon figure this came with, but yeah, not really interested in those. But we have a variety of modern weapons. We can outfit some rebels. Looks like it came from the Steroid series, probably a Han Solo. All these probably look like Power of the Force figures. But yeah, that will actually go to a clone trooper. That looks like Cad Bane's gun, but I'll have to check to make sure. Something like that. So got a nice variety of new weapons. But like I said, so great to actually find, you know, this quality of loose figures late in the day at a garage sale. So, major thanks to my friend, and hopefully can keep finding some more stuff to keep showing you guys. Until then, keep hunting.